Hey guys, in this video, I am going to go over my budget for here in the Philippines for April 2022. So stay tuned. Hi guys, I hope you guys are doing well out there. I've decided to make this budget video for April 2022 here in the Philippines to show you guys my budget and what expenses I had. And I know there are a lot of budget videos out there, and I have watched them before I came to the Philippines, but I found out like they mainly talk about their expenses in the Philippines, and I don't really consider those like a budget video, because a budget is where you have a certain amount that you think you're going to spend, and usually you try to keep to that, and keep your receipts and all that stuff, and then you keep it on file and see if you stuck to the budget or not, or if it goes into your savings or whatever. So I decided to try to actually make a budget video, and I plan on making these once a month to show you guys my budget and expenses and whether I stuck to it or not, to see how much money that I spend here in the Philippines, and mainly for myself, because I like to save money and not really use a lot of money. But there's a few things to keep in mind. We will get into this video quickly, but I came to the Philippines on April the 1st, as you guys know. But when I came to the Philippines, I brought 11,000 pesos with me. And also, before I came here, I had rented Airbnb. And so it was Airbnb for a month. I had plans on actually going to a couple different areas and checking those out, but I decided to actually stay here and rent this condo for a year. But, I don't have any rent or utilities that I have to pay this month for April anyway, because it was included in the Airbnb. And that's on my credit card, so I do include my credit card on here, and I got the bill for it, but that also includes some things from when I was in Japan. So anyway, I have it under my credit card. I did spend some things on my credit card. I actually wasn't planning on using my credit card at all. I only wanted to use my credit card for whenever I went on trips, whenever I left the Philippines or visited someplace else in the Philippines. But I actually used it a little bit here. Anyway, let's get into it. I am on my computer, so I'm going to make myself smaller, and I have my Excel file pulled up, and I'm going to talk about this budget and expenses one by one and show you guys each of those individually. And yeah, so let's get into it. I'm just gonna make myself smaller real quick and show you my Excel file, so just a second. All right, here we go. This is my budget for April, and let me talk about these one by one. So first, my condo and rent. I planned on spending up to 30,000 pesos for the condo, or they say you're supposed to spend about 30% of your monthly income coming in, and I thought that was a good amount. And I had checked a couple of condos for 18,000 and 23,000 originally. I found a couple, but those kind of fell through. They wanted to raise the price on me or whatever. I ended up renting this place, and it's going to cost me 23,000 pesos from April. But like I said, I got this through Airbnb from April 1st to April the 30th, signing a contract from May the 1st for that 23,000 pesos. So I actually didn't spend anything on rent this month because it was included on my credit card. Same thing with water. I plan on spending about 250 pesos on water, but I actually didn't spend anything because it's included in Airbnb. Electric, I think it's going to be around 2,000 pesos. I haven't spent anything on that because it's included in Airbnb. I would tell you this, I do run the air conditioner quite a bit. From May, I don't plan on running it as much because, it is included in the Airbnb price, so I kind of run it a lot. But from May, I'll probably, I don't know, I might get a fan and probably only run the air conditioner a lot less than I do now. Gas, hardly anything here is gas. It's mostly electric, so I don't have anything planned for gas. And I'm talking about like gas for like a range and stuff like that, not like gasoline. I don't have a car here. I don't have a scooter here or anything that takes gasoline, so that's not on here. Cell phone, um, I had it as 700 pesos per month I was going to spend, but I actually haven't really spent anything on of my own money on my cell phone to top up or anything. Basically, I've been using Wi-Fi from here in my apartment when I go out somewhere, and yeah, here there's not a lot of places where they have free Wi-Fi. So basically, I just use it in the apartment, and then also if somebody texts you or somebody calls you, you don't even need data to answer it or to read the text. So I haven't actually really topped up much at all on my cell phone. That will probably change from May, so I have included it on here. Food, I had as 10,000 pesos. And to be perfectly honest, when I first went, there's a place here called Robinson's. I keep the receipts, but I have a tendency to throw those away. I should probably keep those. But I did spend like 2,500 pesos the first week. I was planning on spending like 2,500 pesos on food. And actually, it's not so much food I have bought. I probably have spent around 2,500 pesos a week since being here. So I probably have spent about 10,000 pesos of food. That includes, stuff for breakfast like eggs, bacon, and it includes like lunch meat, bread, and, some meats like chicken or pork, for dinner. And food. And I don't drink or anything, so I don't buy alcohol, but I did buy like my root beer, some Pepsi. I bought some, dessert stuff like ice cream, and some snacks and a few things. So yeah, it was about 10,000 pesos, I would say. Now the internet and Wi-Fi, I don't pay for it here because it's on Airbnb. That's included also, and so on the Airbnb price, it's called fiber. It's fiber internet here, and but I don't like it. It's through Sky Fiber. It tends to go out a lot. When it works well, but then sometimes it goes out. So I've decided to go with Globe. I'm still waiting on them to come and install it. It's been a couple weeks now, actually. Anyway, the plan I got was for 50 megabytes per second up and down. Now the one here for Sky Fiber is 30. And anyway, this one is faster through Globe. Globe has a tendency to be more, what's what I'm looking for, more reliable. Yeah, on the telephone, there's been no problems with it going out, the internet service, or anything. So the only plan that they actually had was that 50 megabytes per second one here for this condo at One Manchester Place, and it's 1,599 pesos a month. So that's why I had that down there. Now there's also an installation fee that I have to pay, and it's like 7,000 something. That would be, once they install it, that would be on my May video. But anyway, that's the monthly fee for it. This month I didn't pay anything because I'm in Airbnb. Transportation, I had that as 2,000 pesos, and actually in transportation, that includes like grab cars. I had to go to immigration, so I went to immigration. You guys wouldn't know if you see my video. I went to Ocean Parks, SMC side, and so I've used a taxi, grab driver, a couple of times, and I spent about 1,200 pesos on that. Now let's move down. Haircuts, I had as 100 pesos because you can get a haircut pretty cheap here, but I haven't got a haircut yet, so I haven't spent anything on haircuts. Credit card and loan, I had a 7,000 pesos. Now again, this credit card loan happens to be through my, on my Visa card, and it has a few things on there from when I was in Japan before, but I got the bill for it, and the total for it was actually 7,116 pesos, so a little bit over on that. But basically, your credit cards and loans I plan on using for things like hotel rooms or airplane tickets, whether I travel here in the Philippines or when I leave the country to go to another country and have to come back to the Philippines. But anyway, this month was 7,116. That will probably actually go up next month because I'm going to Palawan, which is a destination that a lot of people recommend going to, and of course I'll be making YouTube videos about that. Paid for the hotel on it and paid for airplane tickets on it, so that'll probably go up next month in May. But yeah, I'll show you that, guys, when it comes around. Now, I do have children, like you guys know, in Japan, and I send them about 10,000 yen, which is about 5,000 pesos per month. And actually, this month was less. It was 4,143. I think that was just because of the exchange rate for 10,000 yen. So I sent that to them, and that's what it was. And now, again, this one can go up. It probably won't go down. That's like the minimum I'll be sending them. If I make more money, have more savings, I'm obviously going to send them more money. And so it could be more for Christmas and gifts and stuff like that. That may fall on my credit card though, probably. Anyway, that's the minimum I'll be sending. I'll probably send more when I make more money, and we have an agreement like that anyway. So anyway, this month was 4,143. All right, entertainment. Now here you go. This is the big one. Going out to eat, going to the movies, etc. I have planned on only spending 5,000 pesos. This includes things like going on dates and other things like that. Now, I actually spent 47,000 pesos this month. And one of the reasons is because I figured, since I didn't have to pay rent or utilities or anything, I could spend more money doing things like going out to eat or for entertainment and stuff. And how I came about this number actually was what I did was I went on my online on my bank and checked out the ATM withdrawals, and I have those up here. And this is when I made ATM withdrawals here in the Philippines at the BDO ATM. So I withdrew 10,000 pesos on April the 6th, and the ATM always charges you 250 pesos whenever you make an ATM withdrawal. And so I did that on April 6th, on April the 10th, April 15th, and April 18th. So I actually went 4 times and withdrew money. So that was a major part of it. And that money, entertainment, as you guys know, like I said, I went to Ocean Park. I paid for the interest fees and stuff like that. I actually, went on dates, and so that was included as extra money I had to pay. Also, when I went to lunch at SM Mall and eat, so that included, I paid money for that. And anyway, I spent money on, that's all considered under entertainment. I should have kept the receipts for all that stuff actually, but I had the ATM transactions. And also on Robinson's on April the 20th, I went there. I didn't have much cash on me, and I do have a Gcash, but I didn't have a load on my phone. And so I ended up using my debit card there, and that ended up costing me about 6,000 pesos. So the total with ATM withdrawals and everything and Robinson's was 47,000 pesos. So that's why I put 47,000, which is a pretty high number than what I wanted to actually spend. That'll probably go down for May, though I am going to Palawan. But that's mainly on my credit card. I'm going to try to really keep to this budget from May going forward. Now that I'm not in Airbnb, I kind of felt like I was on vacation or whatever. And finally, I have visa fees, and I had that as 2,000 pesos, which is what it's supposed to be when you go. I actually ended up spending 3,030 pesos. Reason was 3,000, not 2,000, is because if use it's called Express, they charge you 1,000 extra pesos. Now, when I went there, this guy just said mark the Express on the ticket, and I don't know if I even should have marked that or not. I wasn't even thinking, but I marked it. But they charged me 1,000 extra pesos for Express. I don't know if I will mark it next time or not, but I ended up spending 1,000 extra pesos, and I guess the 30 pesos was tax. All right, so my plan for April for everything should have been 58,649 pesos. Now that would have included rent and all that stuff. So this is what I normally should be spending per month on a regular budget. Now, if you consider that into dollars, if you times that by 2, that's about 16, 11. It's about $1,200 a month, basically, is what I plan on spending. What I actually spent this month was 72,489 pesos. And so that's about, again, times 2, that's about $1,500 instead of 1,200. So I was actually over 13,840 pesos than what I really wanted to spend, which, again, that's about, if you times that by 2, 20, about $250 over, $260 over than what I should have spent. But again, that's because I kind of feel like I'm on vacation and stuff like that. This number hopefully will come down in May. We'll see. But anyway, guys, yeah, it was about $1,500 I spent. I wanted to spend $1,200, and most of the videos I watched says between around 1,000. So I'm actually kind of over that, what most people say. That's because I think I live in Macton, Newtown, which is kind of the upper, it's kind of an expensive place to live in because of it's a newer area, new condo that was just built a couple years ago. They're still selling condos. Every time you go on the street, people wouldn't sell you a condo. Everything's within the vicinity. Of course, you can get places a lot cheaper and spend less money on things so you could live within 1,000 or even less probably. I just happened to spend 1,200, and this month was 1,500. Right, that is about it. So let me make myself bigger here real quick. Here we go. All right, guys. So that was my budget and my expenses for April 2022. Again, like I said, I'll be making these once a month. I plan on making these once a month. Hopefully, I'll be within my budget sooner or later and not dip into my savings at all every month. That would be great. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. That helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't subscribed, I appreciate that. If you want to subscribe, if not, that's cool. If you got any questions about this budget or living in the Philippines, like how much money you should spend, or how much money, about anything here, what it costs or stuff like that, please leave them down below. I will answer those if I can, or find out the answer for you. Yeah, if you guys are moving or traveling to the Philippines, don't forget to check out this video that'll be up here or here. I'm not sure where it's going to be at right now, but I did do a moving and traveling to the Philippines video about what you should bring and things like that, so check that out. If you are coming here, let me know. If you're coming to Macton, Newtown, let me know. I'd love to meet up with you and possibly do an interview about your journey here and talk about some things, so that would be great. And anyway, thanks guys for watching the video. I have a lot of videos planned to come up for the future, coming up here in the future. Lapu-Lapu has a festival going on. I'll probably video that when I go to it tonight. Like I said, I'm going to Palawan. I'm doing a couple of adventures there, doing an underground river boat tour, also do island hopping in Palawan. So I plan on making videos of those. I'm making food videos of different foods I try here in the Philippines, Filipino foods. I'm actually going to start making videos also of the Filipino language, learning different Filipino words while I'm here, and hopefully that will help you guys out when you come to the Philippines, so you'll be a little ahead of some people. And anyway, tons of videos besides the other stuff, interviews and condos and stuff like that I've been making. So anyway, I got a ton of videos coming up, so hit the bell notifications so you'll be notified when they come out. All right, have a great week, great day, and I'll see you guys in another video.